2-2 pitch, slider on the outside corner, strike 3 called. 1-2 pitch, fastball up, swung on and missed, strike 3. A lot of attention being played to Youngblood. 1-2 pitch, pulled through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Youngblood being waved around third, Hallfield's in left, throw home. Up the line, going to get it Murphy, Youngblood slides in safely. An RBI base knock for Cole Brodnansky has the North Stars in front 1-0. First pitch to Donady, flared into center field and down once again. Around third comes Worrell. Throw from Gates is well up the third baseline. Worrell in the score, and that's back-to-back RBI singles for the North Stars, who double their lead. Now in front 2-0. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Nasty slider down and away from Taucher. 2-2 pitch. Waved at and missed, strike 3. Another slider resulting in a Brett Taucher strikeout.
Job as that ball is scored. It's deep down the left field line. That ball's fair off the top of the wall as it shoots back towards the Grizzly bullpen. Coming around to score easily is Penzetta. And after the long delay, Daniel Youngblood doubles off the top of the wall in left. And it's now 3-0 North Stars in the third.
Pitch 88 for Taucher. Swung on and missed, strike 3. A 1-2-3-6 for Brett Taucher. Walking off the mound with a little swagger because his team's up 5-0. Going to the 7th on the CWL YouTube. 2-1 hit on the ground to second. Backhanded by Blitt. Has time to set his feet and a soft toss to first. Gets Bird Jr. and that's the ball game. The Manitoba North Stars with a big 5-0 shutout victory over the Alberta Grizzly on the back of a tremendous start by Brett Taucher.
That was a look at the last meeting between the Manitoba North Stars and the Alberta Grizzly. They face off again today in round 1 of the Canadian Division playoffs for the 2023 California Winter League. Jacob Kronberg to my right is Evan Schmeiser, bringing you the 1-seeded Alberta Grizzly and the 5th-seeded Manitoba North Stars, who won their play-in game a day ago off a complete game from Trey Morrill. They bat first in this one against the Grizzly and their right-hander Wyatt Beto, who works out of the windup, and the first pitch fastball swung on and missed for strike 1, and we're underway at 12:31 p.m. Pacific time. In at third is Frontino. Beto works from the windup again, the 0-1. Misses low. 63 degrees and a little overcast in Palm Springs today as we bring you our final quarterfinal matchup of the season.
And Jacob, I think we have a chance to see a potential classic, just like yesterday. Despite the difference in records, these teams are much more evenly matched in a one and done.
1-1 misses upstairs, and a lot of that bodes to the pitching. The pair of aces that Brian Kloppe had in Trey Morrill and Brett Taucher. Morrill the distance yesterday. Taucher gets the ball again today. Beddoes 2-1. Popped up shallow center field. Shirei and Kogure out. Coming in is Gates. It's the second baseman Shirei who makes the call and the catch for out number 1.
And Jacob, as we were starting to mention, just having that 1-2 punt at the top of your rotation again with Morrill and Taucher for the North Stars, it's just a great equalizer, even as you're going against a very complete team in the Grizzly.
The Grizzly as good as it's been, a 9-4-1 record in the regular season, the number 1 overall seed. As Beto gets ready to face Denver Blinn. 8th game of the year for Beto as he throws a fastball past Blinn for strike 1. He was 2-1 with a 2.49 earned run average, 24 strikeouts over 19 2/3 innings pitched, but does walk about 3.5 guys per 7-inning game. 0-1 breaking ball, swung on and missed for strike 2, and Beto well ahead in the count. It was Taylor Lomack to lead off Denver Blinn here, and Nick Panzetta follows. The middle third of the order for Manitoba is Daniel Youngblood, Cole Brodnansky, and Cole Renkin. And the lower third, Taz Worrell, Xiao Pin Ho, and Brett Donady. Beto winds and fires. 0-2 curve. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Up with it. Murphy. A strike to first. Gets Blinn, who was sprinting down the line for out number 2 and the first strikeout of the day for Wyatt Beto.
And assuming Beto is able to make it through this first inning unscathed, that's got to feel good for him, especially knowing the ace that he's going to be going up against in Taucher. It's an important day for him. Everyone's talking about the other guy, but it's important for you, if you're Beto, to stay within yourself, pitch your game, tune out the noise.
First pitch, fastball misses inside to Penzetta, who hops out of the way. It's tough to say the ace of the number 1 team gets overlooked. It's just the flashy numbers from Taucher with all those strikeouts. But Beto was controlled as both a starter and a reliever for first-year manager Jared Lemieux, as his fastball misses away, ball 2. Nick Penzetta hitting .371 on the year. 1 home run. As Beto rocks and rolls. Breaking ball, cued foul on the right side. Now 2-1 the count to Penzetta, the Cal State LA product, who has cemented himself in center field for the North Stars this year and right smack in the middle of the lineup at the 3-hole. Right on right the matchup. Beto twirls home. Pitch popped up right side, foul territory. Kumagai drifts into foul territory and circles under to make the catch, completing the 1-2-3 first inning for Wyatt Beto. And the Alberta Grizzly were scoreless going to the home half of the first. Tavius Ford, Sam Frontino, and Jake Hall due up for the Grizz after this. No score as we kickstart the bottom of the first at Palm Springs Stadium. Jacob Kronberg and Evan Schmeiser on the CWL YouTube. And the Alberta Grizzly due up to bat for the first time today, and here is the lineup that notched him first place in the CWL.
Well, we'll get started with Travius Ford, followed by Sam Frontino. Jake Hall in the third spot, followed by the catcher Jackson Murphy. Rio Kogre will bat fifth. Andre White, the designated hitter, hits sixth. Waturo Kumagai bats seventh, followed by Tomakai Shire in the eighth hole. Desmond Gates will round out the Grizzly lineup, hitting ninth.
Stacked top to bottom are the Grizzly, who had one of the top offenses and the top defense as well in the CWL this winter, but they go up against a horse.
Well, that's putting it lightly, Jacob. I mean, not only has he just been effective, but he's a big, imposing guy out there. He's outside just the numbers. He's the kind of man where you feel really good about having him as, I know it's a game two, but even a game one start, you feel really good about that.
That's Brett Taucher, making his 7th appearance of the year. Over 22 innings pitched, he has given up just 3 runs. That is a sub-1 earned run average. In those 22 innings, he has struck out 38 guys. Swing and miss stuff, and a guy you got to try and get on the board against early. He has not pitched since his last outing against the Grizzly, has Taucher, where he went 6 scoreless. His first pitch of the ball game, drilled to center field by Tavius Ford, drifting back Penzetta. Now he begins the back pedal, and he makes the catch. A few strides in front of the track for a long out number 1.
And that's a good idea from Ford. I would assume we'll see that from at least a few more of these Grizzly hitters. Going after a first pitch fastball that gets a good amount of the plate. Just with the way that Toucher's able to change speeds and really mix it up once he gets ahead of you. You want to work ahead if you're a batter for the Grizzly.
1 out and the base is empty for Sam Frontino. Takes a half swing at a fastball and goes around for strike 1. I mentioned the 6 scoreless innings last time Toucher faced the Grizzly. Gave up just 3 hits as Frontino slices 1 foul for strike 2. Struck out 10 guys in what was a 5-0 win for Manitoba. Toucher works out of the windup. His 0-2 pitch. Bounced up the middle. The second baseman Blinn there to glove. A sidearm toss to first. Gets Frontino by a step for out number 2. And we've pressed the strikeouts. The numbers tell that story. But Toucher can get outs in other ways as well.
Well, certainly, there's no doubt about that. When you're able to work ahead in the count and command your fastball, and Toucher's a guy, he doesn't really put a whole lot of guys on, whether it's a walk or a hit. So you give your fielders a good opportunity.
He's retired the first 2 in a scoreless game, bottom of the first, and time called at home plate by Jake Hall. One of the big thumpers in the middle of the Grizzly lineup, who hit .375 this winter. Toucher kicks and goes and misses up with a fastball, ball 1.
This is what's so cool about professional or even semi-professional baseball. Just all sorts of ways to make a match that seems lopsided at first look more even.
1-0 runs inside. And anything can happen. These are one-game playoffs.
Exactly.
Manitoba, the only team that would need 4 straight wins to take the title. 2-0 pitch. Off the hands, foul. Sounded like Hall might have broken his bat, and I think he realizes that now too.
And sometimes when you get that extra game early, it can help you build a little bit of extra momentum, especially with a team who has been idle for a couple of days.
Brian Kloppe, the manager, sent out the same lineup, same positioning and all, other than the pitcher. 2-1 from Toucher. Good slider on the inside corner, strike 2 called. The outfield guarding the gaps against Hall. A lot of room down the left field line. Toucher slips on the mound on the delivery and misses down and in. Full count issued to Jake Hall, who has a .464 on base on the year. So he is more than willing to take his free pass at the dish. Toucher peers in over the top of his glove for the sign. The payoff home. Flared to the left side. A knuckleball snagged by Xiaopin Ho. Moved toward the hole, then it spun back up the middle. And a little pirouette from Xiaopin Ho makes the catch. And both starters work a 1-2-3 first inning. We're scoreless going to the second on the California Winter League YouTube.